Connect audio.
Yellow.
There we go.
There. All right.
There's Schmo. Everybody's showing up. He's already got audio.
What the hell? Oh, okay.
And
That's
hear squeaking.
it's lucky.
Hey.
What's up?
No Patty or Hud?
Bill just showed up in the waiting room. He's coming in.
I had warned him the other day. There he is.
Hey, Hud.
Connecting
to audio.
Where's your new computer, Hud?
He's still connected. There he is. He's connected.
Where's your new laptop, Hud?
Stuff around.
I don't have one yet.
Did you? Has it come yet? I thought you ordered one.
No, I haven't pulled the trigger yet. I told you, remember?
Oh,
I thought you told me you did.
No, I'm gonna go. I'll probably go this weekend and check them out again. Hey, where'd everybody go?
Hud's just casually walking around.
Whoa! Look at him in his fancy headset.
Oh shit!
Yes.
You should get my headset on.
Oh my gosh!
Can you hear me?
yeah.
Major Tom to ground control.
Well, I got this to cut out the jet engine
forgot about
when the bath time came up, but now there's no bath time.
Really?
Did you quit taking baths over there or what?
No, it's no baby bath time.
Oh shit!
Yep. She moved on out.
Dang. Well, she'll be back.
Aw. Poor Mike. Mike lost his play pal.
Ah,
What are you gonna do with your peace and quiet?
I'm gonna enjoy it immensely. Look at Professor Schmo now.
Did you switch over your audio?
Yeah, I think so. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it does sound different. So.
Ground control, Major Tom. Check, check.
I'm
Cobalt
just gonna
men,
go
check.
get my.
Cobalt men, check.
I'm just gonna go get my headphones on and wear them.
I forget this is old school. This is from the old days.
There we go.
This is back when we did. I remember using these to record. Back to you, Mike.
Oh, really?
To you.
Oh, your little snippets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay.
Well, where's Hud?
Bill Huddleston.
We're that boring. He bailed
There
totally.
There he is. It just says Bill Huddleston.
I
I'm
haven't
trying
heard
to
one
figure out-
Buffett thing yet. Click.
So what's everybody drinking?
Oh shoot! I better get a drink.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
I
Drinking
have
water.
to too.
Oh, a twisted tea, half and half. That sounds pretty good. I think I'll get that
sounds
plus
Good to me.
plus a little tequila as well.
Bye.
These guys clearly weren't thinking.
No, how do you start something without being prepared?
Exactly. Bunch of schmucks.
It's like it's not their first rodeo.
Exactly. These guys should know better, for crying out loud.
I know. What the hell? How was weekend?
Good. Yeah, I went to. Well, I talked to you then. Down with
Yeah.
the boys there. It was fun. It was good time.
How was that museum?
It was cool. It was massive. I had no idea how big that thing was. It's like,
Really?
4 huge hangars, all like strung together. They had like one of the old Air Force One that Lyndon Johnson got sworn in on.
Oh, no kidding.
The whole that's the real plane. And they had the one that dropped the bomb on Nagasaki.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was it the Enola Gay or
No, it was the other
What's
one,
the
the
other one?
boxcar.
Fox? Yeah, I can't remember that one. Where's
Yeah.
the Enola Gay? How come they didn't get that one?
Yeah, I don't know. They have room for it. They had there's a stealth bomber inside there. They had these big, massive things. A shuttle, space shuttle.
Really?
Yeah, it was nuts. They had tons of stuff in there.
Could you
Where
go
was this?
on any of them or just look at them all?
No, you had to look at them. They did. You could go on the space shuttle. That's the only one they had open. But we didn't want to go on the COVID shuttle.
Yeah.
So, thanks, but no thanks. We'll pass on that one. And they had like the simulator rides going, but we don't want that either. So no
Been
thanks.
puking.
Exactly. No, yeah, we had a good time. It was a lot of fun. Did a lot of hit on 3 different breweries and Mexican place right by Andrew's place. It was
Oh
fun.
yeah.
Good times. And then we were walking from one brewery to the other, and we looked down the road, and it looked like a huge water leak. We saw like a geyser right in the middle of this. We're downtown Dayton. We're looking at each other. What the heck is that thing? It's like, oh, I think maybe a fire plug broke or something, and then there's a water main or something. Well, but that high is like 200 feet high in the air. And we went along our way. We went home, and I did a little research. Turns out there's like these fountains in the park right there on the river. I didn't even know there was a river there, but there's these massive fountains that go hundreds of feet up in the air.
Really?
Yeah, right in downtown Dayton.
Huh. I didn't know there was a river there either.
No, Miami River. I think that's the big one.
No kidding.
Yep.
Played softball down there a couple of years in a row in police tournaments, and I don't remember anything like that.
Yeah, I didn't know there was
That's
anything. And I mean, Andrew's been living there since March, and he didn't even know it was there.
He didn't know the river through Dayton.
Nope.
I guess
We didn't know there was a Metro Park right
these
there.
big towns. They started because there was a river, I guess.
Somewhere nearby.
Yeah. There's in fact, there must be other rivers because the Metro Park is called Five Rivers, and we didn't know there were any. Oh well, bunch of schmucks.
All right. I decided to get this instead.
Orange, is that orange shandy?
No, it's a Harvest Patch Shandy.
Harvest Patch. Oh, that's like a fall beer. Wow.
I know it's like fresh or super old, one of them. But it says it's like brand new, so this hopefully is his first sip ever.
I've gone back to the classic,
I think it's pumpkin spice.
the podcast beer.
I don't
Nice.
like
You got to support our sponsors.
Yeah. Yeah, this tastes like cinnamon
Pumpkin
bread
spice.
beer.
I'm really tempted to get something heavier, but
This is pumpkin
it's too
spice.
early. Too early in the year for some.
Anybody want 5 Harvest Patch?
Enjoy your pumpkin spice beer.
Oh yeah, it's the banana bread beer. It's what it tastes like, banana bread more.
Nice.
Well, I tried a Bud Light Orange over the weekend.
Oh,
Just one for the first time.
Bud.
It wasn't. I
And?
didn't think it was that bad. I
haven't tried
thought
any
I
of
thought it
those.
was going to be like a cartoony kids beer, but it wasn't that bad. I kind of liked it better than the Bud Light Lime.
I didn't care for the Bud Light Lime.
I never liked Bud Light. Because it wasn't like real lime. Bud Light lemonade I have, and I drank a couple of them. And I also brought Here's the Rocks tequila.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice. Everybody's got a tequila.
I know. Sammy's got a new one.
Oh, you gotta be the Rock to open it, Schmo, or what?
Yeah. Ooh.
He's struggling over there.
So Sammy's got a new tequila?
Yeah. Oh, so that's Santo. It's with
Santos,
Guy.
yeah.
It's with Guy Fieri.
Oh,
And so I saw they had the Blanco out, but Mike had told me about the Mezkela, and that's been out for a couple years. So the guy ordered both, so I had to buy a bottle of each. So I assume Reposado's coming, and Anejo's coming, but Blanco's new. And the Mezkela, it says 100% agave, but it must be something is breaking the rules, so it's like really
Yeah, it's probably not blue agave. It could be something else.
Yeah. So it's Mezkela. So that's an interesting taste. And the Blanco, it was a little different too. It was off the charts.
You sound like Guy Fieri.
Exactly. All right. Well, salute.
Salud.
smooth.
I've been
This is my-
sipping that
There's the good.
Adictivo extra añejo. That stuff is amazing.
I decided it is. It's amazing. You have the extra new, yeah. I have the Reposado. That's the best tequila. Again, it tastes like they cheated.
It really does.
It tastes
It's
too
like
good.
they added flavors and sugar. It's something.
Something. You know, I know Gran Centenario might be a blend, and that was good, but I think they say it is. This one
Yeah.
just says it's. Well, I thought we'd work our way up to that one. The podcast. Raisin bread beer.
Sounds delicious.
So,
Yeah,
Schmo, I have to ask, Schmo, did you feel the earthquake on Friday?
yes.
You did?
Oh yeah. Most I've ever felt an earthquake. I was on the pool deck, and that is just sitting on the ground basically. It's in these in these cement blocks.
Mm.
So I was sitting there, and Deborah was on hold for like 2 hours, this is all visa stuff, trying to talk to Gary Peters, our senator, all this stuff. Anyway, she's on the front porch, and I thought maybe she snuck up behind me. I'm listening to music, and I thought she shook the deck, though. The whole deck it made a noise, and I was shaking like crazy, but it went real fast. So I'm like, hello? Okay, funny. Who's did that? This is something HUD would do. And I'm like, what's going
Earthquake.
on? And immediately, I'm up on the deck, so over the fence, you could see the neighbor come out of her back door and said, did you hear that? Did you feel that? And I said, I think it was an earthquake. So, and then we have like these 12-inch pots of flowers. They're not tall. They're not top heavy on the front porch. And Deborah was on the front porch, and it made all that. And the one tipped over.
Wow.
Just tipped over. It's a pot, shaped like this with just little flowers. There's no reason for this thing to tip over. It
That's
just
for
went
the haunted
down.
ghost that lives there.
Yeah, because she came out right away. She came in. There's an explosion in her house, I think.
Explosion.
My poor boy. This is honest to God, verbatim. My sweet boy, he could have been hurt.
And she's not
And
talking
she's
about
talking
you.
about her dog, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I thought that everybody, even our podcast, our ones and ones of
Just to
listeners.
make
Yeah.
sure everybody
It
knows.
had to be said for the listeners, yes.
Yeah. So it was immediate. I never felt like that. And it was only 11 miles straight as the crow flies from our house
Yeah, you were a
down
little
at
bit
Detroit
closer.
Beach.
You were a little bit closer than I was because it was just like a split second. I felt and heard a woof travel pretty much behind me. We're in a sunken family room, so we're kind of underground, slightly underground.
Yeah.
So it sounded like it went behind me, and it ended in the corner of the room. I heard a little crackle from the wood that's up there, and I'm going, oh my God. And the thing that usually I find out that we've had an earthquake, and I just dismiss it as a truck going by. But this was so short that I knew that it was no way it could be a vehicle or somebody's bass speakers or whatever, somebody's subwoofer. It was too brief to be that, so it had to be an earthquake. And so I wasn't surprised when I went on to Facebook and Twitter and Nextdoor to find all these people. Did you hear that? Did you feel that? Talking about it.
That's funny. I thought it came from behind me too, and then came through me from behind. But obviously,
No, that was a poltergeist.
yeah, it actually, the epicenter went the other way. So I was all messed up. But if you're underground, you're probably going to feel it or hear it more.
That's what I always think. But they say, oh, if you're on the second floor, you feel it a lot worse. But it's like
you feel like
I'm
the sway.
in the ground. The ground is surrounding me.
One time at work, we only have 2 floors, so we've had 2 earthquakes. I felt at work on the second floor, and you could feel something weird's going on, but it's not. It wasn't like this. It's just a sway. But one time, I was in a conference room with other people, and we're like, "What the hell's going on?" So I think this is an earthquake, and This usually doesn't happen at work. There's a guy outside the conference room. We can see through the windows, sprinting as fast as you can. Clump, 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 clump. And right there is the stairwell. In the stairwell. And I don't know, he was leaving the building. I don't know. He was usually at work. Nobody sprints as fast as they can ever. It was hilarious. The guy was in a complete panic. You know, but I know the feeling. That was the swaying, and nobody on the first floor felt it.
Yeah,
But this was like the rumble, the noise. Like the last time we had it was noisy. So that was, but it's, you know, it's not. And there was so many earthquakes that day.
Yeah, I
around the
know.
world.
I did a search for earthquake in Twitter just to see if I could find other people commenting about it. And I saw comments from South Carolina and Athens, Greece, right around the same time too. Like it would say like 5 minutes ago, and our earthquake was like 3 minutes ago. And it was really weird.
Well,
Yeah.
nothing in Dayton. Everything's calm in Dayton.
Well, they did feel it in Ohio, but I guess it didn't go down that far.
Right.
I thought it might go right down that Miami River. You know, that famous Miami
Sending
River.
off water spouts.
I'd never be able to find it. Yep,
I
I
gotta
missed
go
all the
downstairs.
excitement.
Yeah, it was so exciting. We had an
It was
earthquake.
pretty cool. I was just so happy that I felt it. I recognized it at the time. I didn't
I
have to
feel
hear
like-
about it on the news 2 hours later.
Joe's got to make an insurance claim for that pot that fell over on his porch.
Yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah. It cracked the plastic. All right, well, the year's
Look
2020.
at your clock.
Yeah, I am. The year's 2020. It's the 24th of August, and you're wasted away on the North Coast with the Migo Schmo.
And Mike,
And Mickey.
And HUD.
Salute.
from our southern branch.
Yeah, he's so
My,
far south he can
my
barely
eyebrow.
fit onto the screen.
My eyebrows starting to go up.
I'm on the South Coast.
He's like a Tom
Yes.
Hooper movie. It's
North
just
coast to
all
the
wall
south
with a
coast.
tiny little actor at the bottom of the screen.
He looks dominating because he's looking down at us.
Yes,
Well, not
I'm,
too
I'm
dominating.
looking down at the subjects.
Yeah, he's little though. Yeah.
The frame is dominant.
Joe
I
needs to
know.
go stand on the other end of his pool and have that shot taken. Tiny Schmo from southern Michigan.
Any smoke.
hear me?
Classic.
The year is 2020.
You know, across. Yeah, you could with that pool. You could feel the earthquake on one end and not on the other.
That's why it felt so intense, because Schmo was so tiny.
All right. So what's happening in Buffett? I know a few things are happening.
I don't think we talked at all about. Oh no, yeah, we kind of promoted that songs you don't know by heart thing because it hadn't come out yet. They'd announced it, and I was saying nasty things about Delaney Buffett, and since then 5 videos have come out about it of it.
I think that means it's been 5 weeks at least since we podcast.
Yeah,
if I do the math, yeah.
Joe did the
And-
math.
I guess I have to apologize for the things I said about Delaney Buffett because I was thinking it was going to be a flat out concert. Jimmy was just going to sit in his room and play all 20 songs front to end. And I didn't know it was going to be more like a documentary. So that's my excuse for what I said. So implying that she wouldn't be directing anything. For those of you who
Yeah,
didn't
he
watch
was
the
kind of
live
like
show.
setting her up like, oh, that's an easy job. She's
Yeah, I
got nothing to do.
She's just going to sit next to the camera. She's going to hit record and then just sit there for an hour and a half. But no, it's more like a documentary. So
Yeah, and she is actually, she's
She did her
interviewing.
homework.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
she's like an
Well, she-
interviewer. And because it's like a documentary. She's like the host or the.
It seems like she reminds him what he's
Creator.
supposed to say.
Well,
yeah, exactly,
remember-
exactly, She's
Oh
like,
yeah, that's it.
why didn't you play it much?
Well,
Because
that's
it's unpopular. She's trying to,
Yeah.
she's feeding them the lines and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, but she's getting all her information from the Buffett News set list
Yeah.
database, which is not fair because they only keep track of concerts that they have records for. And
Right, so
Jimmy's
they-
right.
yeah.
He's played these songs thousands of times, but just in bars and clubs.
Right. I don't know if he's really said that. He said, "Look, it only starts at a certain time."
I think he's starting to. I bet by the 20th or 16th song or something, he's gonna be yelling at her like, "Shut the hell up! I've played it more than 3 times." Jesus Christ!
No, he has kind of questioned the record keeping end of it.
I think he's
Right,
caught
because-
on that
Beginning.
he's just using the database instead of
Yeah, it's obvious that there
like
was a
taking
time.
a guess that.
I mean, obviously there was a time when he
Yeah.
played like "Death of an Unpopular Poet" almost every show because he only had
Probably.
so many songs.
Yeah.
Right.
So he
But
just
according
found
to
the right
Buffett,
time.
it's only been played twice or whatever.
Yeah.
But I like the format though. I like how
Yes.
with the storytelling, and she she asks the questions, and he it kind of prompts some
It
answers
gives
from
him
him.
the answers.
He gets the answers. Yep. And yeah, I mean that's kind of cool. And they cut away to like relevant photos and stuff, and for
Mhm.
that time, it's
Yeah, it's
pretty
pretty
cool.
cool.
Right.
But-
She does her homework before and after
Right.
because they're arguing if his wife helped write.
Yeah, that one bugged me because I've always wanted her name's on 2 songs, and I've always wanted to know, did they really collaborate? Did he put the name on for a favor or something? And I finally get a chance to find out the answer, and I'm still waiting for the answer because neither one
Can't
could remember
remember.
what they did.
Yeah, right.
She
And I-
remembers that, typical husband wife, like, or boyfriend girlfriend. Like, then you started to get annoyed by me, so I just stopped.
I have a feeling that he just put her name on there because maybe she suggested the title, because that's usually the way it is with the co-writers. Like the "Hey, That's My Wave" that he wrote with his chiropractor. He only got the title from the chiropractor. Jimmy wrote the whole song, but he put the chiropractor's name on there because of the song title. And the Carrie Fisher song, she didn't write it with Jimmy. She just said, "I love the now," and he wrote a song about it.
Yeah. So she inspired it.
So
or
yeah,
started
that's
it.
probably what it is. I assume that's what it is, but I was really hoping that they could have had a story
Yeah.
to tell. So what do you guys think? They did Captain and the Kid. I believe that was the first one. I've already lost track.
Yeah, I think that was the first.
It
One of
was.
them I missed. I
Something
didn't see. Go ahead. I think
Something
it's
so feminine about a mandolin was
that's
the
the one I
second one.
missed. I didn't see that one.
Peanut Butter Conspiracy was the third one, which kind of annoyed me because that's not really an unfamiliar song, because he played that song pretty much every concert 2 or 3 years ago. And
Right.
Death of an Unpopular Poet, which I was very happy to hear, and 12 Old Men, according to the AOL web chat way back when.
12 Old Men.
Because Jimmy was on an AOL web chat, and one of the questions was, "What's your favorite song?" And he said 12 Volt Man, and whoever was typing it typed out 12 Old Men. And that's when I realized, hey, somebody's typing for them, because I knew Jimmy wouldn't have said that or written that.
12 Old
So that's
Men.
my story.
And you're sticking to it.
Sticking to it.
Not really, because I'm just mentioning it to
Sticking
show
to it.
how old I am.
You mentioned peanut butter, and there was also like in the 80s, back when we get like 13 tickets to a show in Pine Knob, and he featured for a tour. He featured Peanut Butter Conspiracy, and that was this go-to, probably at least with Channel 7. That was a go-to story when he was interviewed. Wearing no shoes and just kicking back, and with Diana Lewis or something. I remember that.
And he seemed to go in a lot more detail about the story behind that song in the video.
He did. Almost. I mean, he really had to make sure the statute of limitations was over with that detail. I mean, he probably gave somebody ideas. Oh, hey, yeah. This is how you can, at least in the old days, that's how you stole stuff.
And the other song that we can talk about, I didn't even know about this till after it happened, was the Saltwater Gospel collaboration with Eli Young Band.
Right.
So did you guys check it out?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did.
Schmo sent me that the other day.
It That's from old cast member Scott that alerted us on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
And that's what it started the whole thread about, because we got to be, I mean, Eli Young Band in Chicago was the first of 2 openers for Roger Klein back then.
The first. So they were the, yeah.
Yeah, the first opener. And they were great. And we sat and talked to him and stuff. And even Scott's like, he didn't like country at all back then. Now he listens to the highway, obviously.
Yeah, but he somehow he took a liking to them right away. It was
right. He
like,
did right away. Mike said
he
they
hooked them.
They were praise music. He insisted they were praise.
Because I think they mentioned God in a couple songs, and I just said,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's praise music. What's going on?"
They
here?"
also
do in this one, don't they?
Yeah,
thought they did.
this is kind of praise music.
Yeah, and they burned incense. That's really what got Mike
Maybe
going.
that's what set me off. I don't know.
There was incense floating through, and he goes, "They're praise music," but they had a couple good songs. And we got, like, I bought like one of their CDs and stuff, and Mike Eli sold the CD to me, signed it, whatever. I got it somewhere.
That's cool.
And
Had you
Scott
heard
did.
this song before? Had you heard the original song?
Yeah, it's on their new. It's on their I think it's their latest album, which is a couple years old.
Yeah,
It's
the
gotten
video,
like regular radio airplay on
the
country radio.
video's got a 2016 copyright on it. The original
Wow.
video has a 2016 copyright. That's all I know, because that's all I've seen.
I think the album came out in 2017, so it might be right around the turn of the year. The version is almost the same. It just doesn't have Jimmy.
It is.
Exactly.
They just added Jimmy and a couple things like "Take It From Here, Jimmy" and stuff like that on the song. It's a good song. I liked it. And
yeah, because it's all done with Zoom and stuff like that, right? It's all it's electronic.
Yeah. And
I haven't.
anyway, go ahead.
No, I didn't know the only video I've seen is a fan-made video with just photographs. I haven't seen Jimmy singing it, if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, I didn't see that either. I just heard the song.
No, I think Mike is saying they put it together like we're doing. You know, like,
That's what I think. That's my theory.
Like,
I don't know. I don't have evidence.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure they put it together like Buffett. They put the La Di Da video together. You know, they just did it at their homes and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, but I have always liked that song. It's been around for a little while, and it does get airplay even now. Like, it's been getting recent airplay even before this. So it's pretty popular, because Eli Young Band is actually pretty popular right now.
Yeah. Well, I've said this before, probably in the podcast. I saw them open up for Kenny Chesney at Ford Field. One of the openers. They weren't. I don't know if they were like Roger. So let's say they had another opener between them and Chesney, just like with Roger, except the stage at Ford Field was bigger than that entire bar was in Chicago that they played.
Right.
I mean, you just saw them up on this little stage and stuff. And then here I am at Ford Field, and the stage is massive. And they're this little band playing. I do like a lot of their songs. And I wish they weren't so country. I wish they would, but they found a niche, and they were actually obviously signed. They're not independent or anything. But there's some more good music out of them, and it doesn't have to be like so country. And I think this is like, this is one of the examples. You can see this branching out a little bit. They don't have to have the slide guitars and stuff like that on everything.
But this song does fit the Buffett, genre kind of a thing pretty well. So that's good. It's a good collaboration.
I thought he did a really good job singing it too, because he had to hit a couple high notes that I don't think I've ever heard Jimmy sing, and he did them quite well. He did the
whoever incorporated it, the engineer producer, really did a good job too. And it wasn't your normal Buffett, like just singing with Zach Brown. Like, it was a different kind of song. He had to it had a different hook to it. He talks about that in that little interview I did see.
Yeah, he had to stretch a little bit on it.
Yeah, and it's a good song. I like the song.
Did you is that the web chat you're talking about?
Yeah, I saw like a 59-second clip.
Oh, okay, that's not it. They have a 36-minute web chat between the band and Jimmy, and it's really good. It's not like an interview. They just let Jimmy talk, so he's all over the place talking about all sorts of stuff. And I jotted down some notes from it. One of the guys asked him about his current band, wondering if it was the largest band that Jimmy's played with. And Jimmy believed it was, and then admitted that it's been such a long time since they've seen each other that he couldn't remember their names, that he probably wouldn't be able to remember their names, which I thought was amusing. He guessed around 13 to 14 members. And I don't know, that seems a bit large.
See, I don't know. He used to have multiple horns, right? The
Yeah.
brass section was like
Yeah.
3 people, maybe 4.
I think
And
the
he's
one
cut back.
that video from like 92 or 93 where they had a vibraphone player and 3 horn players and
Yeah, and multiple backup singers, and
yeah,
they had a
3
lot of
backup
people.
singers. No, 2 backup singers and the fiddle player who backed up as a backup singer. So
And Fingers was there.
Yeah, and Fingers too. And the whole Songs You Know by Heart thing was suggested by Delaney and a school friend of hers named Dylan, who works for Buffett. And he also said that Delaney is a filmmaker and director. So again, I apologize for belittling her efforts.
I just don't like her taking credit for my idea, but that's okay.
Yes, this has been bantied around in our area.
A future documentary. Delaney interviewing HUD. Just be like this, like the.
What's stealing my stuff?
Rectangle. Just a vertical rectangle.
Yeah.
And Jimmy said that he's not going to go back on stage till it's safe for everybody to show up. So he's not going to do a social distance show because he just doesn't feel it'll be satisfactory enough for everybody. And right now, the Songs You Know by Heart is just Songs You Don't Know by Heart is just shot on a cell phone. But he said that he is working on recording all of those songs professionally for a Christmas album, for a Christmas release. So there.
Oh, cool! I thought they were just going to go with the ones that they just recorded.
No, he's it's going to be solo. It's just going to be him, but It's going to be a professional recording with, a decent microphone and a better microphone. He actually does have a pretty good microphone.
A better microphone, and then he can really get those 12-volt man cords down.
Yeah, he'll rehearse that before they actually record. And I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was like a scoop because I haven't heard that anywhere, but it's been in this video chat interview for a few days. The next one was a friend of his who's in the hospital asked him to record Tin Cup Chalice. So he thought it would be cool to go out on his boat and perform it at sunset. And he showed the video to one of the guys in his organization, and the guy said, "You should do a whole album of this." So apparently they're going to do that next year, and he's going to do a series of remote recordings, and it'll be released next year. But I don't know what kind of album it would be going out and recording on your boat. Why not do a video, a concert video of it?
There you go.
Maybe that's what they're going to do, because it seems kind of a waste of time to go set up your microphones at sunset just to record audio. But still, that could be pretty cool. And they are planning, the whole band and Jimmy are planning on doing a live video with a small audience, possibly of first responders, and that's going to be released in between, the end of the pandemic and when they actually go out and tour. So in between that gap will be this concert. And at the end, when there's that voice that sings Mother, Mother Ocean at the end of the Jimmy Buffett version, I couldn't tell if it was Jimmy or not. I assumed it was Jimmy, but the voice sounded kind of too deep. But he confirmed that it is him singing that Mother, Mother Ocean bit at the very end of the song.
I was just going to ask. I thought that. I just assumed it was him.
Yeah, I thought so at first, but then I listened to it and it's like, that kind of doesn't sound like him. So I thought maybe it was one of the guys in the band doing it as a tribute to Jimmy. And I know that's Jimmy's laugh at the end. And I thought it might be in response to one of the guys doing the Mother, Mother Ocean part. But he says he insisted on sticking that into the song. And there's a bit of, they mixed it out for the final mix. And Jimmy was surprised at that and insisted that it be put back in. But the guys in the band said it was always part of what they heard. So there might have been some problem in what got sent to Jimmy to listen to. So there you go.
I always thought it was too subtle. I mean, I would love to hear it even more to the forefront of the production. Teach all those whippersnappers, country people, the song. I mean, wonder what the hell that is.
That looks like Hudson in an aquarium.
As I drink my fruitcake beer.
Yeah. You're dogging out the young people as you're drinking one of the things they've created.
Exactly. Damn young people.
Maybe you can ask for a blow pop flavored beer next.
You know, maybe this tastes like a steaming pud of spotted dick beer.
There you go. It could
now
be.
I gotta put explicit on this show.
In our golf league, Mike and I, instead of playing for the first time, instead of playing for the championship,
Which we won last year.
Yeah, last 2 years.
Yeah, so we're going from first to worst.
Yeah, so we're playing to avoid winning. Last place gets spotted dick, which is a can of
steaming pud.
Yeah, they're called steaming puds, and they're from UK, and I kind of want to try it out, but I don't want to come in last. So
they're steamed puds. It's not steaming.
Okay, I said it wrong like every time. It just that I heard HUD's voice when I saw it said steamed puds. 2 steamed puds of spotted dick in one package.
Of course, it's got to be 2.
Exactly. Anyway, I went off on that tangent. I love that song. I forgot about podcasting today, and as I drove home, I said, I'll listen to the song again. And it went on repeat, just that song, from my phone as I got closer to home. And I just listened to it like 3 times in a row. I love the rhythm. I love the drums, all that percussion.
It's a nice video. The original video is pretty cool because it's all shots of the beach at different times of the day. Very nicely shot. There was another YouTube video interview with Buffett, hence my mentioning it. And it was with Katie Couric's business partner, I guess, whoever he is. I've forgotten his name already, but it's all to do with Katie Couric. And it's a 9-minute video, and the guy, it was a straight interview. And one of the questions was Jimmy's favorite fish to grill, and he said swordfish. I thought I'd just mention that for all you people that like seafood. So,
if anybody wants to grill some
swordfish in Jimmy's name. They also asked what's his most recently binged show on Netflix, and he said Dead to Me. So we can put that down on your bingo card. Jimmy is also into foil boarding. That's his new sport, which is different than surfboarding because the board is raised above the water somehow, miraculously, through the modern miracles of science. You're like 3 feet off the water, and he said it's very cool.
Wow.
And Jimmy's quote of the day is, "You can't reach success without going through rejection or failure." I paraphrase. I shortened it. I made it more succinct, but that's it. So those are the highlights from that interview on YouTube. So we can't use actual clips from it because YouTube has a problem with it. So I'm just going to quote everything, and that way they can't. Yeah, they can't ding us for copyright infringement.
That's okay. Thanks, Mick. Now that YouTube, I'll search for it too, but also the one with the Eli Young band. If you think of it, forward it to me. I could not find the Eli Young band thing.
Really?
I think I have a feeling that was on the highway, and I think that's what Scott heard. Then they played the song. Scott mentioned something like that, but Scott posted on Facebook, but it's Facebook, and he didn't post. I hope he's watching, listening. He didn't post like a link to anything, It makes it so easy to do that. And he just took a picture of his radio in the car and added no link later. and tagged us. And he tagged HUD. But HUD, were you at Chicago to see them with us? I don't think so.
Oh,
Huh.
well,
So that was funny. He tagged HUD.
Oh,
Boy, Joe's really going after Scott on this one.
Yeah. Well, then he said, I couldn't remember the name of the bar. It was Joe's.
Joe's bar.
And
So you want
house band was Mike and Joe.
Yep. I think
want
you stole a poster,
the-
didn't you?
Yeah, I did somewhere.
you
It
want
was
the
up in your
link to that
garage.
36-minute chat?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I saw a clip from it, and that's all I could find. And I
I just sent it to you.
stopped looking. Thanks. I
I'm
want
pretty sure.
to see that.
Yeah, I
I
just sent it.
like the Eli Young band. This is like worlds colliding, like Scott said. This is the world of Sherman and Roger Klein.
Yeah,
One
it is
more
kind of cool. If you already
collision.
knew Eli Young band, that'd be incredible for.
Yeah, I mean they've talked to him. They sat there and like personally.
He was so cool. I'm like, this guy might make it someday.
Good luck to you, sir.
I remember him explaining something that they played for they just had their guy calling everybody like they just want to play shows, which I remember saying that's what country bands typically do. Rock does too, but I mean the country guys they'll play, even the stars they'll play like every day for a year. They play. So they were just looking. They were probably driving through Chicago, or they had a night off and they wanted to play, and this guy probably slid him in to Joe's bar and says, "Hey, we can have like a 3-band show." I wonder if I don't think Roger had anything to do with it because we had just seen Roger in Detroit like the night before or 2 nights before. So and of course Eli Young wasn't there. It was Sherman. So that was the year we interviewed Roger.
Mm.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah,
And where have we gone since?
Yes.
Yes. Eli Young's playing on stages bigger than Joe's bar. Scott.
And we can't even meet in the same room.
Yeah.
We have done more episodes than ever before, though.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. See, 2020 is so crazy. Wasted away on the North Coast doing all kinds of shows.
Yeah, all the disasters
how
of
crazy.
2020.
Yeah.
Add that to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's another.
It brought us back.
If things aren't crazy enough for you already, now you get podcasts from these guys.
Exactly. Well, I will say overall on those songs you don't know by heart and hearing about these interviews and stuff, Buffett has been more energetic and more accessible than I've ever heard him or seen him before. I think. He's probably just bored.
Mhm.
Or
Oh,
something.
I think absolutely. Because right now,
the energy is like high.
yeah.
Very restless.
Because ordinarily this is tour time, right? I mean, this is
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't really hear these kinds of things other than like promo stuff, or him talking to local, just doing the press stuff as he goes through on the tours. That's all you get, and it's all the same thing over and over again. So this is entirely different. He's picking up songs you don't know by heart, and he's going off the menu here.
Well, I'm guessing I only saw 59 seconds, but I'm guessing what Mick showed me, he's going to be energetic. Those podcasts we talked about where the one guy couldn't get out of the way and let just Buffett talk because he wanted to talk.
No, this chat is so much better than that because they just let Jimmy talk. They're not forcing questions on him. If a question comes up, they'll ask it, but usually they just sit back and let Jimmy talk, and it's great. They have a big long discussion about their dogs because one of the guys has a dog on the chair back that he's in. It looks like the dog's sitting on his shoulder, but it's on the chair. And I think it's the same dog, one of the same dogs that Jimmy has, because I don't think he has all the same dogs. And so they get in this big discussion about dogs. They're talking about their dog names. They both have dogs named Kingston, and so that they thought that was pretty cool. And it's both of the dogs are named because of Kingston, Jamaica.
See, that's what I mean. Is there's that Tonight Show podcast where Buffett talked about being on the Tonight Show and stuff.
Mhm.
I mean, Buffett just wants
Carson
to talk.
podcast.
He's the Carson podcast. He's just
Just to specify.
energetic, and he just wants to talk, because he's been talking to Delaney about these songs. How old is Delaney, by the way?
I don't. I was gonna look that up because I was curious about that before, but I forgot about it because not the podcast. The video was Friday, wasn't it? Friday morning.
So what
No,
would be your
Thursday.
guess? Now we could look this up when we
Look it
should.
up. Yeah,
But what would be your guess before we actually come up with this? Because I still picture her as a little kid.
yeah,
I know. I'm thinking
she kind of sounds
20.
young. I mean, very
I'm thinking
young.
like 19 maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking like 2 years into college or something.
Exactly.
She went to school for 2 years and she took some cinema classes or something. Now she's
Yeah.
a freaking producer, director.
That Mick rips on.
I'm with
Not
Mick.
anymore. I'm her biggest
Oh, go ahead,
fan.
Mick. You can rip her.
She was born April 1st, 1992, and so that requires math.
Wow. She's
28.
28?
No.
Yeah, I was thinking like early 20s, not.
Yeah.
19.
See, I am
I
terrible
was thinking like
I'm
23,
terrible at
24.
people's ages.
But she was just born. Just a few
Exactly.
years ago.
She's just
She
on
was
some.
talking to statues just a few years
Exactly.
ago.
She's on some album cover, running around, splashing in the water.
Jesus, we're old.
Yeah, she was a barefoot child in the rain.
Yes.
Now she's picking on her dad.
She
camera.
reminds me. I don't know how, or anyway, she reminds me of Shark's daughter, Marie. I mean, that's what just because she's into that, like the filming, she seems to have a sense of humor, and just the sound of her voice. And I thought she was younger,
See, we're off like 10 years.
like
Seems
1/3
about right.
of her life.
Yes.
Seems about par for the course for me.
Yeah.
I guess that I deserve to take another sip of my
Pumpkin
zucchini bread
spice
beer.
I deserve to go get a second one because I'm out, and I'm also thirsty because you guys
All
make
right.
me want to drink.
I'm gonna get another one. Break time.
I'm still nursing my twisted. Wow, he's gonna fall out of his chair.
Yeah. It
See?
looked like it, didn't it?
Yeah, he almost went over.
That'd have been hilarious.
What a schmo.
We got a smokehouse night at Skinny Dogs on Fridays.
Oh,
That's
nice.
some good pork, barbecue pork shoulder. It was really good.
Wow.
And I had cheddar grits with it as my side.
Did I get that? I don't know if I got that down there. I might have got it at the
hungry.
Fat Cats.
Yeah, the cheddar grits is really good.
I think I've had that somewhere.
I like how HUD's voice got really deep.
He's talking about cheddar grits. It's
The
really
cheddar
Yeah.
grits are really good.
I'll do my Alan Allman in a minute.
That's how you know they're really good.
They're really with barbecue sauce.
What do you got there, Schmo?
Trey's. my Fargo accent says Trey's Generations. It's that triple distilled Blanco.
Nice.
That's a cool bottle.
Yeah.
And I went to Landshark.
Ah, there you go.
Let's see. Wow. Beer flavored beer.
Clink.
Pumpkin?
Yeah, clink. Yeah.
I reached
Beer,
down.
beer
I reached
bread
down
beer.
It's an island
Yeah.
lager.
For me, it's just sideways.
Yep. Well, this is the way it's going to show up, so we have to do it my way.
That's right. Let's see.
Oh. Still like Landshark.
So
Landshark's good.
dainty with the pinky
Yeah.
up.
The Rocks Reposado is better than this. This is smooth though too, but I'm partial to more and more aged. I
Well,
think
you
that's
should-
the Salsa family, isn't it? I think.
You should have some of that Addictivo Extra Añejo. That's like super aged.
I think it's the Salsa family. I know. Maybe that'll be the next podcast because I do have to pick up Kate from work.
Well, I will say, I'll give you a warning though. It's expensive. It's $99 a bottle. I misread the label. I picked it up out of the box. I thought it said $59, and I said, "Well, I'm going to splurge. You know what? I deserve it. I'm going to splurge on this $59 bottle of tequila." And I put it up there. And he rings it up. I bought a couple other things. $131.
To do it. Excuse me?
Yeah, I did. But then I didn't want to like.
Or what's up, Doc? Ryan O'Neal when he asked for aspirin with the buffering, and then Barbara Streisand put a bunch of stuff he didn't know. Guy was ringing up for his bill too, and then he said like $69. And he goes, "How much is it without the buffering?" with buffering, just the weed.
Yeah. Well, then I didn't want to be a schmuck and say, "Okay,
Exactly.
nope, I'm going. Whatever, I'm going."
I'll take the Cuervo.
Give me that tequila bottle with the little sombrero.
Yeah, awesome.
Little El Toro.
El Toro off the bottom shelf, please.
For all time.
You know, the dusty one.
That's what we thought tequila was back then.
Yeah. This is true.
Well, I thought of you, Ween, when I went to the liquor store to get stuff, and we thought people from the UK were coming. They didn't. That's another story.
Oh, they didn't see? Okay. I kind of but go ahead.
And then he said, "Oh yeah, I ordered the Sammy Hagar stuff for you," and I thought Michigan wouldn't get the Blanco yet, so I was just getting the Mezkela, and he had one bottle of each. So between the two, both? It was $99. But if you add both, but I don't want to be. I don't want to say, "Well, can we just keep this here for me later?" Can I put on layaway?
Yeah.
Nope. You have to man up and take the hit.
Exactly. Because if it was $99, would you have purchased it?
No, I would have looked for the $59. I would have, it sounds good, but I could go for the Reposado.
I paid like, $30, $40 for the extra.
Yep. They got me. Got to read those labels closer, gentlemen.
But that's some good tequila. If they want to sponsor us, the Addictivo, goodness gracious.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing. It's like you said, it's almost like they're cheating.
Yeah. And what would Amber say? You could get Addictivo to Addictivo.
I forgot I told you about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
She made sure, and I just blew off the joke. I was like listening to something else, and she had to say it again. Like, did you hear that? You could get Addictivo. Oh yeah. I get it. That's good joke. Good joke.
Well, how many times have you done that to her?
Exactly. That's where she gets it. You got to make them hear it. That's okay. That was good. It's worth it. It was worth the $99.
Yeah, I can't wait to have a taste. I can't wait to have my $13 taste of it.
That's about it.
Beer flavored.
Well, did I bring it out, or was that no, that wasn't the hot one, or was it the hot
one?
Oh,
I did have a taste.
Yeah, I brought one out, but it might have been like sitting outside, so it might have been hot.
No, that was okay. The other
was it okay?
We had was super hot, like in our bags. It was 90-degree weather.
It was like you put it in the microwave and heated it up.
Yeah, it was. You had to make sure you didn't burn your throat.
It was bad. We drank hot tequila.
That sounds horrible.
It was weird.
I don't recommend hot tequila.
No, yeah.
Sounds vaguely familiar.
Our official position on Wasteland the North Coast is don't heat up your tequila.
Yeah, you can't.
Well,
I
think
too much stuff, but that's one.
I think it was just too hot.
Just a little too hot.
Yeah, it was too hot. So I don't know. I don't know if you can just make a blanket statement like don't warm up your tequila, because who knows?
Okay, don't make it real hot.
Don't
Don't
nuke it.
boil your
Yeah, don't
tequila.
turn it into soup.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah,
not
that's
have
how hot it
tequila
was.
soup. Unless you add vegetables to it.
Yeah, because it was in the car. It was in a metal flask in the hot car.
Mhm.
And then I put it in the hot golf bag.
It was it the car was like the back of your truck, right?
No, it was worse because it was inside of the car. Because I think I put it inside the car for some reason.
Oh wow.
Because I
On
had
the
just filled
engine.
it and I didn't put it back there yet. So it was hotter in the car.
He put it on the engine block because it was recommended to him.
That was just it was so hot. And then didn't you have ice? I think you had ice.
Yeah, one time, yes.
We had a bag of ice with your beers in it. And
Yes.
we didn't think to take the flask and put it in the ice, which, by the way, would have made it go into steam.
Yeah.
But
In fact,
cooled it
I
off
think-
a little.
when we drank the last beer, I think we threw the ice away.
Yeah, we weren't. Yeah, maybe our minds were on our golf games. I don't know why.
Yeah.
No, if you didn't you say we're in last place?
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think our
That's what I
minds are
mean.
on golf either.
yeah, yeah, something was off this
We're
year.
off this season.
Yeah, the whole thing. We've been off in every aspect of our golf game. Last year, we drank tequila and won the last 3 holes and won the championship.
Yeah.
This year, it's all hot. And
I swear that
Racing
tequila
ice.
thing makes me wonder if we did the same thing on that really hot Buffett concert and the tailgate of that really hot Buffett concert.
the one that was like at Pine, like the last one at
Yeah,
Pine Knob
the
before
Pine Knob
Comerica
one
Park.
that was super hot.
Oh, when I put the fan out on the
Yeah, and you were
asphalt.
blowing hot air around. I swear I've had hot tequila
This
with you
will
guys
help.
before. And I don't mean that euphemistically. I mean literally hot tequila with you guys. I swear we had,
It must
had
have been
something
Nick.
similar.
It must have been because that was one of the hottest damn things.
Yeah, it was
Didn't-
ridiculous.
I'll have to check my notes, see if we actually did have hot tequila. For our
Yeah.
throats. It's good for your throats to have hot tequila.
It was probably pretty hot.
A spoonful of hot tequila.
With a
But
Like
it was.
taste
I'll
of
tell you
lemon.
one thing. I
A little
guarantee it was
squeeze of lemon.
not as hot as the one we had at golf.
Yeah.
No, that was you take a swig and you think, is this gonna burn?
That's like-
actually burn.
Yeah, that's like burn
My
your
throat.
lips. Yeah, that's like burn your mouth hot. It was bad. So what's next?
I'm done.
I think we did our homework.
Our content is over because
Wow.
there hasn't been a wealth of stuff, but there have been a few cool things to talk about,
Yeah, the biggest thing.
which I hope we've done.
Jimmy's just talking and having fun and looking to have fun and looking to tour or do something. And Delaney is much better than Mick said. I think that's-
And much older.
and much older than me.
Much older than you guys said. You notice I didn't say anything till afterwards.
She's just a little kid.
You know, I thought for sure, like Hud said, Hud had it right there, middle of college, had a film class. You know, how do
Yeah, it's worse
how to
than
make
what I
movies on
said.
your iPhone? You know,
That's worse than what I said.
So it's Monday. We never do a podcast on a Monday. What do you guys got going the rest of the week?
yeah, Mick, what do you got going? You said Thursday you're out.
Actually, Thursday I will be on another podcast. I will be interviewed.
Oh,
A live video chat that'll be streaming on YouTube.
oh man.
And I don't want to tell you any more details because I don't want you guys watching it.
I'm gonna call in and ask questions.
No, it's well, no, I shouldn't give details because then you can find it if you were that determined, which I doubt you are.
Look
I
who
just
you're
don't-
dealing with here.
We forget shit.
We drink hot
put the
tequila.
But
on
I don't
ice.
want to think of anybody actually watching it because I think I'm going to be terrible in a live streaming situation. So I'm trying to just pretend it's just
Movie
the
of
two
the
hosts.
after.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be on YouTube afterwards. It'll be a video podcast, but I just don't want to think about anybody watching it live. So I'll let you know all about it afterwards.
Okay, is this to do with the book and stuff?
Yep. Yep, it's to do with the book. I'll be on with John. And speaking of which, I went to Myers today and I printed up the book covers.
Oh, nice.
So they're 8x12s, and I've ordered an 8x12 frame because Myers doesn't have that size. But there's the new book. That's book 4, which is coming out in September. And here's the first book. But they came out pretty cool. I like them. I
Yeah,
like them a
looks
lot.
great.
It looks awesome.
I was hoping to put it on the wall back here instead of that macrame thing, but it's too small. 8x12 is too small. You can't see it. It just gets swallowed up. So I don't know.
Oh, really? That macrame is bigger than 8x12?
Yeah. Well, it's wider.
Wow.
It's
And
I
I
am a terrible
12 by
judge
12.
of dimensions too.
I was actually gonna.
Age and dimension.
I was gonna put it on for this podcast just for the heck of it, but then when I put it on, there's so much wall there that the picture gets dwarfed, and it's like, what's the point now? So I might. Well, wait a second. I have to mute myself.
What if you put the 4 of them
Yeah.
in some kind of?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I won't be able to do it with a frame, but I'm just gonna use like I got some blue tack right here, and that's what I put it up on there with blue tack because I haven't gotten my frames yet. And I just noticed that when I pulled it off, the blue tack makes it looks like the Millennium Falcon. See that? There's the part right there. There's a little thing that looks like a camera lens.
Now
I made
there's a nerd right there.
I made a
That
little
does
Millennium
not
Falcon.
look like a bird, Nick.
Let me give you a note. Don't mention that on the live podcast.
Of course. Well, it's a nerd podcast, but
Yeah, that's true.
this kind of looks
Might
without
be
the
appreciated.
coloring and stuff. This kind of looks like a camel toe. So, but it's supposed to.
Now
Which
you're
kind?
Yeah.
So, but I mean, if you hold it like that, it looks more like the Millennium Falcon because it's got the shape to it. But anyway, I just pulled that off the wall, and it's like, hey, look what I did without even trying. And here's
I am reading the first book
here's the third book.
by the pool every once in a while.
I didn't order the third one yet. I'm behind times here.
Yeah, our sales have
Oh,
kind of
shit.
dropped down.
Well, you got another one on the way once I ordered it.
Oh, you're right. I have to order the 3rd and then the 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 4th is out on September 15th. It would have been out on August 15th, but it's too big, so we decided to push it off for a month.
Oh, that's the reason?
Yeah, well, it's over 700 pages. So
Okay,
it took long enough. It took me too long to do my second draft. Then we had to send it to the proofreader for her to read it, and I was kind of surprised she's already sent it back. Now we're going through the third pass, going through her notes and saying and accepting or rejecting her changes, her proposals, her proposed changes. Sorry, and I'm 500 pages into it, so I should be able to finish the next 200 hopefully tonight and tomorrow, and then John just has to turn it into a paperback and a print and a Kindle version. So we should be on schedule for September 15th. I was wondering if it would get pushed to October 15th.
Yeah, I don't even think that way.
HUD's blotting us out. Or he went supernova. HUD just went supernova.
Wait, did he freeze?
There,
Oh, there he is.
I thought he put his thumb over the lens or something.
Yeah, on purpose.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I thought he was blotting us out, but then he just went
It
supernova.
froze for a minute.
He blew up. He turned into a red dwarf.
Where the hell is the even camera on this thing?
Camera's probably at the top of the phone, right? Like a little dot, like a little
Yeah.
right. Yeah, right where your thumb was or finger. All right, well, I better sober up before I
Yeah.
go pick up Kate.
No, that's his story. He actually
Oh,
wants to
hey.
watch the Republican convention.
Oh,
Cheer on his buddy.
It's
Oh,
on the
yeah.
7th.
I'm surprised both you guys aren't watching.
I caught my hat and my little wavy thing.
Nice.
This is like it's on the side.
My
of it. It's like
boater.
the seventh white blonde person is talking. I mean, it's all the same.
Have they
There's
started?
Nothing. You're not even allowed to not have blonde hair. Oh, it's been. Yeah, it's been. Oh, I guess it started in earnest 15 minutes ago.
Oh, I thought they were going to do 9 o'clock, just like the Democratic
No,
convention.
I don't know. It's all right.
Oh,
Put it
I'm
on your
out.
TVR.
Yeah, we're losing.
Can't leave now. Schmo's got a joke for us.
Oh,
Oh, well.
That's right. He promised.
dang it! I was going to do one. Damn it!
Yeah, I just knew he didn't have it in him.
I thought yesterday. I said, you know what? I'm going to make sure I do it. I had a weird day today. I had been off for a few days, so at work I was. Just,
You've been off longer than a few days.
off of work. I should be
Oh.
more specific. Dang it!
I'm sure he'll have a joke next time.
God, I
Yep.
forgot.
I know he
there was
will.
there was a pirate one I saw on Twitter like yesterday. Was who does a guy always fight with or something? His mother-in-law, her mother-in-law. It was stupid. It was so stupid.
Mick, thank you for letting me stick around for that.
That was
Leave
well
him
worth it.
wanting more or not more at all. Okay, we'll see you guys.
All right. Later,
All right.
gentlemen.
See ya.
Later. Now I didn't get out of
See ya.
I know, exactly.
I don't even know how to hang up. How do you hang up?
Leave meeting.
Leave.
There it is. All right.
One of you guys escaped. Oh.
Bye, Mick.
Bye. Good luck. He did it. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching. Contact us at North Coast podcast at northcoastcast.com, podcast at wastingaway.net. And gosh, I think that's it. Subscribe to us on YouTube if you happen to find us at WAOTNC, something like that. Thanks for watching. I still don't see how you get to it. Shouldn't it be easier than that?
Yeah, it's. I gave up after a while.
You can do it. I know you can do it because I've loaded books into the app before.
Is that a
Totally professional. Nothing to see here.
totally professional podcast?
I missed it.
He knocked his headphones in front of his eyes.
Yeah, just a little bit. Then it got worse every time I tried to save it. I can't push it.
His glasses are coming off.
Yeah, exactly.
You look like an X-Men.
Yep. Class act over here.
Nothing but professionalism.
Just professional.
Yes.